Yeah. I'm gonna be playing whatchamacallit. That one game coming for the Xbox, Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm playing that.
I haven't ordered it or anything.
Neither have I, but I'll buy a new copy when I come back home from France.
Nice. When
I
you leaving to go there?
the 13th, I think. Ugh. They still haven't improved. They still have not approved my leave, surprisingly.
Wow.
I know. I put in for the leave like 3 months ahead.
At work, you mean?
Yeah, just for 2.5 weeks.
Wow. They're like not hearing none of it or what?
I don't know. I'll have to speak to HR and find out.
Yeah.
If
Get
not,
some answers pretty quick if I were you. You
yeah,
got only a couple weeks before you're leaving.
yep. Maybe they don't want me to be gone too long.
Well, I mean, you can't leave your mom there, right?
I mean, I gotta have a vacation somehow, right?
Right.
So I guess what I could do is use 1 week of vacation, paid vacation, and then use the other week to cover unpaid, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. You mean like you use your sick time up or what?
I got vacation time paid, by the way.
Yeah, but what about like sick days and stuff? Can you use those?
No, that would be my unpaid time off. Dude, I don't even that caps out at 90 at 80 hours. I'll be gone for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's definitely not enough time. Well, no, actually, I don't. I work only 4 days a week, so you
Well,
know,
you just don't want to get fired over the trip, that's all.
right? Because my uncle needs my help with the harvest. So
That's cool.
yeah, wine making.
Hey man, learn the trade.
Yeah. Hey, winemakers make hella bank. They really do.
I don't claim
Not
to be the
cheap
best
getting into that though.
smith on
No.
California. Bjorland Greymane's got that on him. Man Steel is a legend.
But then,
All I
like
ask is
the
that you
wine
keep
he
it simple.
sells is
Cut some good
niche.
pieces
It's
out
for
of it.
like niche
Yeah,
markets.
more inside.
So he sells
That's
organic
cool.
wine.
I don't claim. Uh, it's a sort. Listen, could you take. Very well then. Don't forget. Have you met my. Take a look.
Okay, woman, let me sell this shit to you.
That can't be cheap.
What?
Organic wine.
No, but the market is so niche that it's just a real bitch to sell anything for that. If that makes if you catch my drift, like it is one of those things.
I helped my father. You think all blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Did you when you got your truck, did you decide to buy it or lease it?
I financed it. Why?
I was just wondering.
If I leased it, that would be actually not bad. But
Correct.
but I gotta pay my truck off.
Yeah.
So
How long do you have to pay it off? 5, 7 years?
I have a 5-year lease, but I think 2 or 3 years have gone by since. Yeah, yeah, I really got. But I've been on time with all my payments, though.
That's good.
My monthly payments, I've been on time with each one.
Hmm. Do you set auto pay?
Yes,
Yeah, that's good. That way you don't got to worry about it.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being able to push this stuff forward. Then I'm going to get myself into something. I don't know what yet, though. Because I really want the car I really want. And I'm willing to wait for it if I have to fucking save up for it. So,
What, Cadillac?
no, Mercedes.
Which one?
Probably an AMG. The
You,
AMGs are really fucking not only swanky, but they're fast.
yeah, but you live in the fucking ghetto, so there's some black guy's gonna try to rip you off and pull a gun on you for it. Real talk. Black people
No,
love the
not right here.
Mercedes.
Oh, you mean like when I go into Flint or something?
Yeah, they're gonna roll you up, roll up on you for
Oh,
your shit.
well, that's okay. I got guns. I got a CCW.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why don't give me
I'll
this
pop that nigga.
shit?
Yeah.
Give me your Benz, bitch.
Nah, man. In all honesty, it's better just to let them have your fucking car and take off. Because to be honest with you, you would deal with so much shit in like court fees and whatnot, defending yourself for shooting that nigger. You're better off just letting him take your fucking car and then claim it on the insurance. But in the heat of the moment, I'm popping that nigga no matter what. So that's that. Oh yeah, I'd make sure I had witnesses and shit. And it's not like I have a bad past or a record or anything like that. I mean, I got one call on me one time about pulling the gun on a guy, and it was Addie's dad back when he was fighting with Addie's mom, who is Alyssa, Jamie's daughter.
Yeah,
And I didn't know him like I know him now either. So that was a thing.
yeah.
And the cops came out. They talked to me. They looked at all my guns, all my pistols and shit. I had them in a pistol case and all that kind of stuff.
They probably wanted to try some.
No, they probably did. To be honest, we had like about 6 pistols in that case,
God damn.
5, 6, something like that. I still have a picture of it.
But those are
It was
long
before
gone,
I gave.
though. Yeah.
No, no, only one of them is. That's the one I gave my son.
Uh,
And when he passed away, his fucking bitch ass mom fucking kept the gun.
the Glock
And
or whatever.
yeah, the Glock 40. And this dumb bitch talking about she's getting a CCW. My ass, go ahead. You're just fucking afraid I'm gonna fucking pull it on you one of these days because she knew I had a CCW. So she knew I could fucking blow her away and get away with it,
Yeah.
pretty much. But I wouldn't do that anyway, no matter how bad I hate her. God's gonna get her.
Oh yeah.
Trust me. Karma's a bitch. I don't worry about that shit, man. I'm too old for all that shit. I just want to defend myself if some crazy shit happens.
Especially when no, you
Yep.
shouldn't. Yeah, especially carjackers. Even if you did give him the car,
I'm pretty chill.
there's a good chance the carjacker will still try to kill you, even if you give him what you want.
Well, that's cool. I mean, go ahead. because pretty soon, I mean, like I wasn't joking. These investors are coming in on this, dude. So that means I'm gonna be making some decent bread, and I'm not gonna give a fuck about buying a fucking bulletproof vest. So go ahead and try and shoot me. You know, if you're gonna shoot me, you better shoot me in the fucking head. And if I see your hand coming up to where you're about to fucking shoot me in the head, I will have already fucking blasted you anyways. So that's that. I don't fuck around, dude. If you act calm and chill and you keep your hands, you know, where I can see them and you ain't doing nothing, then you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
But when it starts getting fucking testy or iffy, then I'm going to be ahead of the curve, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the guy laying on the ground dead, you know.
Right.
I might be in prison, but I ain't going to be the one that's laying there dead
Mm.
cuz I'll shoot and then ask questions later. That's how I've always been
Yeah.
because it's kill or be killed. That's how it is, pure and simple. If you hesitate, you could be dead, and it's going to be them, not me. Honestly, probably would have made a good cop. I just have that kind of forgiving nature with most people, as long as you don't have some, you know, more bullshit or something else that I got to worry about, like felonies, you know, or something. But, you know, also I have pretty good control over my emotions in some pretty heavy, like, situations. So, good cops got to have patience, man, behind a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I take that forward with me with my CCW. So you got to, man, because they'll be out for your head as soon as you shoot somebody. But you got to make sure that you gave it all you could.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who think it gives you a right to just pop off real quickly and not have to worry about answering for that. And people got really bad misconceptions. They hold you to a very high standard when you have the CCW, brother.
Oh, I know. Well, even if you don't, if it's in your house, still,
Right.
they'll still try to assassinate your character and shit. He's this that blah blah blah. He was an honor student. He was on the football team. He
Yeah, no, that shit
We don't
doesn't.
get many visitors.
I mean, it does,
Tel Mithra.
but
You may
the
have heard
thing
of him.
is, everybody
He's a
knows
famous
nowadays
Telvanni
that
wizard.
even the straightest A student will do wrong and do dirty.
In
You know what I mean?
Morrowind, the Telvanni
They like to
prohibit
live on their
Western
wild
allies
side
everyone
too,
here to
every
leave his
now and then,
homeworld. No,
and they get hooked up
Talvis
with
is his
friends
apprentice. I'm
that
his
try to
steward.
tempt them,
I
you know, into
manage the
doing shit.
day-to-day
So
affairs of Tel Mithra.
you can't believe all that.
I'm just telling you what they say. He was an honor student. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
there's a
Uh,
lot of, you know, Chicago. I noticed is a hotbed for shit like that. They'll say, you know, just because he lived in the hood is why he ended up getting shot or why the cop shot him and this and that and the other thing, which could be true. I'm not trying to say that it can't be true, but you know there is some pretty fucked up circumstances that have happened before like that.
I didn't do it.
Chicago was really bad
Oh, I know the
for
cops
that,
in Chicago are fucking dirty as
and
fuck. Oh yeah.
Baltimore too. They especially with homicides, they were actually just like framing people just to get a conviction.
I
I
know.
I watched I watched this some kind of documentary or something on Netflix about
Try
that,
to deny it. You've got
about
the
different
look.
like police departments and shit like that.
Dangerous knowledge is still
And
knowledge,
Baltimore was
therefore
one of
useful.
them that was featured
Usually it
that they
turns out
had
to be
done
the
a lot
most
of dirty shit.
Oh, don't forget NYPD. Jesus Christ.
Now
Oh
that is a
God, yeah,
dangerous
man.
path indeed.
They're the poster boy for
Habeas
all that
corpus
shit with
gives
Chicago
nothing
right
but
behind them with the
The
LAPD.
DEA, the Internal Affairs IAs
Farm out Dragonborn. It's
is
good to be
like
dead.
Yeah, of course.
is so busy in that state, especially.
Oh
Well, yeah,
yes.
because they're
They're
all
not
fucking
harmless
trying to
locals
protect
once you
their
know
crony
how.
friends.
I have one here.
And then it
that
leads
isn't
back to,
located.
50 people eventually.
Yes, I haven't been idle while this
Everybody
fascinating man
covering
was
for
unlocked himself.
everybody else.
Yeah,
But my book
but
isn't
no,
You know, there's,
but no, like
I'm quite sure it is
even when I
unconnected.
carry, if it's like
But I
some
do know that
psychopath or an armed robber that pulls a gun out, I'm dropping them, dude. I'm fucking dropping them.
no, I hear you. Yeah, I've had this weird thought, like, many times over, that I'm gonna walk into a Walmart and there's gonna be a, like, armed, person inside Walmart trying to do some shit,
Yes,
and
I
I'm
do.
gonna have to shoot him.
I haven't been able to get to it.
I don't know who it is,
Maybe together we can unlock the
but I keep
secrets
having this
to
same
another
thought
future.
over and over and over. And actually, like, some visuals, like some quick
I'm
flash
afraid it isn't
visuals.
that simple. It seems the ancient
So if I
Dwemer
end up
discovered.
fucking in that
I found
situation
their
one day and it's
reading
deja
room
vu,
in the ruins
you
of
bet your
Natara.
ass I'm shooting
The
him
book is
because
there.
in my
But
thoughts,
perhaps the
I've
two of
already
us
shot him.
To Nachardak then. Follow me.
I'm serious. I could damn near like lay it out to you, like the flashes and stuff that I have of that. That's what freaks me out. That's why I won't go to Walmart.
Hey, I went to Walmart in that shifty ass town, that like out of nowhere town. The people in there were
No,
super
I'm
chill.
just saying though. I don't go there because of the flashes.
By the way, there's some very hot ladies in Nevada. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I like the ladies in Nevada more than Cali. Yes. Sorry, but you
oh yeah.
Cali, yeah, the Cali girls are fucking crazy. And if
I agree.
no, like they'll take you for a ride, man.
Oh, I know.
I went out with one on a date and she got a free lunch out of me, bitch.
Well, of course they're going to.
Fucking janky asshole. She didn't even hit me back up for a second at least.
Oh wow.
Nah, it was a free, I was a free meal ticket. That's all.
Well, hey, next time you're gonna go out on a date, make her pay for her own.
Mm,
They want equality nowadays, right?
yeah.
Look at it that way. No, I feel for you, man. The dating scene nowadays is not any good. It's almost like you want to bank on the fact that you're gonna just by happenstance meet somebody in the real world by bumping into them because it's fate. Because if not, you're gonna get a bunch of trash. Like no lie. That's pretty much what it's come down to.
Yeah. But like, yeah, everyone at you know, at the stores generally were super cool in Nevada. But I noticed culturally with Nevadians, as soon as you point out like a humble, simple mistake, they're like, "How dare you?" You know.
Well, they probably just don't like criticizing,
It was a fair call out though, dude. You know it.
right?
And all they had to do was say sorry, and we'll take care of you. Just try, please try again. That's all they had to say. They could have been nice about it. That's all.
That's true, but there's at least around here too. I guess that's probably a problem with having low class like areas around you because even when you go to the nicer areas around here, they have to deal with so many fucking piece of shit people that it's turned on, you know, them people even cold too.
Yeah.
You don't find many that are nice anymore,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Yeah. If I earned the way he spoke to me, I get it. I earned it. I will not, you know.
Right, you'll own it.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't rude. I was a tiny bit upset. But I was like, hey, all I said was, hey, I paid you. Why isn't our gas being pumped out? I did not yell at them or anything. I used the exact same tone I'm using with you as I did with them. So, uh,
I think people are testy to begin with like throughout the day, especially people in those jobs, because I used to have one. I was the assistant manager for a gas station, laundromat, and Subway, all in like on the same premises.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, it'll run your fucking nerves to the ground.
Yeah, because you got idiots with stupid shit that could have been solved with, you know,
Yeah, I
real.
wouldn't take it too personal if I were you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They probably still could have handled it in a different way, but I'm just saying, think about maybe where that shortness might have came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What caused them to be that way? But there are a lot of people that are like that. They're just dickheads, both male and female.
Yeah.
So tantalizingly close. But trust me, no magic will open that. I'd have had the book already if it could. No, you'll have to do
One of
this
the rare
hard.
times that I
If
still
we
play
can restore the steam
Destiny,
supply to this room,
Mhm.
I'm certain I can open it.
playing a little bit of Gambit before I start playing Modern
This way
Warfare.
to the boiler.
Yeah.
I've been playing that a lot lately. I don't know why.
Hello.
I think I'm just sick of Destiny.
I
Pretty much.
yeah, I just can't.
As I said,
Starfield is in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's around the corner, man.
I only explored a small
Yeah, after too long delays.
I was here alone.
I like the concept and the idea. I just don't know if they're going to be able to keep it under control.
Oh,
It's just starting to get out of control.
it'll have a definitely because it's a Bethesda title. It will have a buggy start, but then they'll fix it later.
A city of 100,000
I still say give Starfield a chance because it'll have good story and good concepts in it.
in the old stories
Yeah.
when
Well,
the
I
walls
barely
said
heard
that
a
Dwemer
little
set
bit about it.
the entire city
I didn't
beneath
even
the
look at the
sea
release
until
videos or
invaders
anything like
gave
that.
up. I have
But
my
I
doubts.
hear everybody
The
talking
city
about it,
wasn't
so
marvel of Dwemer engineering.
I might give it a
Now
shot.
reduced to this. As you can see, most of the lower levels of the city are flooded, but it isn't hopeless. Old Dwemer
I
pumps
did
still
pre-order
supply
Modern Warfare 3 though,
Hmm.
just because I already know I'm gonna play a shit ton of it.
Unfortunately, I only have one kiln. These 4 boilers provide steam to the room upstairs. They're shut down, but they still respond to the control kiln. So, if we can find 4 more kilns, we can turn these boilers back on and restore steam power to the room upstairs. Then I should be able to open the book's protective case. Bring that cube. We'll need it.
I think video games are kind of getting as boring as video or like movies are. They don't have a lot of fucking unique movies coming out anymore.
Hey, that's why people are jumping to the Switch nowadays.
I have one.
That new Super Mario game looks good.
Really?
Uh, it came out hella recent.
Suggest that the city must have
Because she
originally
loves
sunk
those
during the
games.
first cataclysm of Red Mountain.
That's about all she'll play on the Switch. I've bought a couple of Zelda titles for the Switch that I haven't even played. Yeah, I hate to say it, but fucking Destiny 2 has let me down, like, tremendously. To where I don't even care about this next season coming up.
You know,
They keep tweaking this shit.
they another thing is like I've been playing older games, man, because some of the newer stuff, but
Yeah, I agree.
but
It's just carbon copy shit anymore.
of the older stuff, yeah.
Yeah, with like a
But
newer graphics gen or something.
sometimes it's unique, but you gotta wait. Or it's like a sequel to something or it's like a remake, but it's like a good remake. So that's rare. But the game that I was trying to tell you that was a good Super Mario Bros. It's called Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Oh, you have to pre-order it, I guess.
So it's not out yet.
Uh, it comes out October 20th.
Oh wow.
So it got a bit. You can pre-order it now, bro.
That the
That's up to
Dwemer
her if she
servitors
wants to or
continue
not.
to try to preserve the city
I don't buy
after
her
their
game.
creator's disappearance.
Well, I did, but
Then he got Zelda, nigga.
3 of the cubes are through
yeah,
here.
I got a couple
This
of
seems
Zelda I
like a
don't even
sensible
play.
place to start. You should be able
I
to
downloaded, I
unseal
don't
this
know how
door
many
with
that I
the
bought
control
for her
tool by
on the
name.
Switch, right from the Nintendo store on the Switch. Plus, I bought her hard copy games and everything else.
Right.
So many of the add-ons and everything. I spent thousands on that fucking thing.
Shit.
At least 1,000. Probably
These
closer to
must
1,500
be
to be
great
honest.
workshops of Nacharda.
Like total.
Eh,
In the city's days of glory,
I just pray I can pay all my shit off.
I've been doing that and it fucking sucks, but I've been doing it. I basically allowed like I don't know, I used to use these 4 payment cards. They're online only, they're like digital, right? So you can belong to companies like Afterpay, Klarna,
any more progress?
Zip, and Affirm. So like all 4 of those companies I had accounts with.
Find a way to get that fixed.
But the problem is you have a guaranteed payment coming out every 2 weeks until you pay the entire balance. Like in 4 equal payments. So it's pretty much like every 2 weeks they're going to divide the entire amount they charge you into 4 equal payments. So you're still paying a nice sized fucking chunk when a payment's coming out, and it's every 2 weeks.
Right.
But yeah, I stopped using those a while ago, and I've just basically been paying down the balance ever since, steadily.
Yeah,
Like every 2 weeks when I'm supposed to make a payment.
I spent.
Make the payment.
I sadly spent like 100 and something on my credit card, but it was only like 100 and something, not like 200. You know, because the mags were expensive, bro.
Oh yeah.
They were like $50 a pop.
Yep. AK-47 magazines are not cheap.
Actually,
Stock regular surplus.
actually, they are. They're like $20 a pop. Steel mags are $20 a pop, dude. The
Yeah, but go ahead.
the pistol magazines are the expensive shit, dude. Why is that?
I don't know.
Ugh.
See, there's usually like a high markup for shit. Like I'll find them occasionally, usually on Gunbroker. If I go to Gunbroker, I can find guys that are selling surplus mags for fairly cheap. But if I try to buy them around here, they're not cheap.
Wow.
They tax people because usually you'll only find them if you go to like gun shows.
Yeah, that's what the gun store guy said earlier. Just go to a gun store. But man,
Oh yeah. I spent a heavy amount on the one magazine that I bought, but that's because I wanted it custom CNC machined and everything else.
for your AK mag,
Yeah.
that's not necessary, man.
No, it's just for a display, bro. It's not. I don't even functionally shoot that magazine.
No.
Nah, it's just for when I store it in the case.
Okay.
It looks good.
For sure.
You seen those?
What? No.
The CNC magazine?
No. Do they
Oh.
do they function?
Yeah, I mean, I could shoot it. They're totally functional. I just choose not to.
For sure.
Yeah, just, I mean, I don't know. I just don't want them. Let me find the picture and I'll send it to you. Um, here's, by the way, here's that's the case that the cops had to look in. Just randomly came across that.
Give me a minute.
That's fine. And now I'll send you a picture of what the actual mag looks like with no bullets in it, too.
Oh, that's pretty gnarly.
Hmm.
I'll send you a video of what I got.
Yeah, I spent a pretty penny on that one, but it was, you know, for that reason. It was just going to be for show, and it was going to look good, so it was worth the cake.
Dude, I got a classic Switchblade, man. Not a Microtech, but just a classic one.
That's cool, man.
Totally not legal in Cali to like
I
walk
I
around
think it's
with.
cool though.
I don't, dude. It's so stupid. I could buy a real gun, but California's like no to my knife. What the fuck?
Well, it's because so many more people can qualify and buy those knives. They're not like behind the registration wall like guns are.
It's still
That's why.
it don't make no sense still.
You got too many crazies in California, man.
I don't
We got
know.
a lot here, but they just let it go. Survival of the fittest.
Nigga.
Dude, I've lived that my whole life, nigga.
But you have to allow people to have the give me your wallet knife.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's just cool to have.
It's
Like
classic.
as a collectible. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fun to play with too. Actually,
That's cool. You need to find one of those where you have the push button on the side of the hand, and it just goes like straight out, like,
oh
but it doesn't fold out like yours does. It just shoots out.
yeah, that one's gonna be a bit
Those
hard.
are gnarly.
You know, they got special brand ones like Microtech. You've seen those?
Yep.
Have you ever wanted one?
I don't know. You know, I'm kind of go back and forth with fucking shit like that.
Dude,
Because if I already carry, right?
yeah.
Why the fuck would I need that too?
It's always good to have a knife with your CCW because if someone knocks your gun out of your hand, at least you have a knife to fight with to get your gun back.
Fortunately, the tree shuts down the corresponding pumps, raising the water. You'll have to be careful.
Well, that's true.
So it's not a bad idea to have a
Never kinda
microtech
thought
on
about
you.
that.
And also, if the situation doesn't demand a gun, but if like a simple,
What about a shooting knife?
I mean, you could, but where's your blade afterwards, right?
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And
But-
what if, I mean, most cases they're not going to have a vest, but what if they did? Then that's not going to go through it either.
Exactly. So the knife will just be for the hobos that you fight.
Yeah.
No, like homeless people love to mess with older people for some reason.
Well, of course they do.
Yeah.
Because they know that they can easily overpower older people.
Yeah.
That's why. But, you know, hopefully those people are very smart about what they do. And, you know, you don't even play this game anymore. I gotta figure out where Zur is so I can return this fucking thing.
But no, I'm playing with my switchblade now. It's pretty nice, my folding knife. What
I
do
can
you,
hear you.
I wish this was legal in Cali though. What I'm holding, it shouldn't be a crime to have, man. Because I have a better knife. I have a fucking Bowie knife. I can do way more damage with that than this thing. Do you see what do you see what I'm saying? Like I can buy and open carry that, but not this bullshit. It doesn't make sense, dude. It really doesn't.
Doesn't.
That's what I mean.
Have you looked up the reasons why? Just curious.
I do not know. Legit.
You should look it up. Challenge that shit.
Right?
Why not? They gotta have a fucking reason.
You would think.
Doesn't mean that reason applies anymore. You know how many fucking laws and rules and shit have been, you know, changed because they're outdated?
Dude,
Want to cause a stink?
and like I said, I could own a fucking 1911 like a gun, dude.
Let's see.
Or and there's criminals roaming the streets with illegal guns already, so why fucking ban these to begin with?
That's why the argument that has always been about banning guns and this and that and the other thing will never help the situation like these idiots like to fucking talk about it will.
I mean,
Because the criminals are always going to have guns. Stop that from happening.
I mean, the minimum age limit for a knife should be like 13 or 14, right?
Minimum 14, I think,
I agree.
in most cases.
You get,
Because here's the thing, not everybody is introduced to Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts or any shit like that. Not they may have never been taught how
Dude,
to handle or have a knife in their life.
dude, even the manufacturer manual or whatever on the back of the plastic for the thing before I removed it, it said keep out of the reach of children ages 12 and below. It literally said that on the packaging. It makes sense. I 100% agree.
Well, yeah, because certain age, you don't even have normal reason.
Or like sense of responsibility.
That too.
Yeah.
Or punishment for doing wrongdoing.
So,
I mean, because kids see this shit on TV and movies and think like you can literally just respawn in life. You can't.
yeah, some kids have good responsibility, but that's parents who actually are there for them and have the time to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
Making time for the kids.
Well, you know, in today's day and age, because life is so fast. We always have to do so much, and I think life has actually gotten sped up because of it.
Yeah.
Like we never had to do this shit back in the day. We were never this busy back in the day. We allow ourselves, I think, to fucking be ramped up and to let things push us to being like busier all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta slow it down, man. If you don't slow it down, it'll never slow down. Because the world is just gonna be naturally sped up for everybody. Because lots of these fucking people nowadays, in particular, the younger people, they wanna just go all the time. And they're always looking for something, what is next that they're gonna do. So a lot of them are just bored all the fucking time, honestly. They have like these super high, like, unrealistic expectations of life.
Hey, some of these kids become millionaires through sports and online sensations. They become.
Well, they can sell products. There's a lot of these fucking younger people selling products on Shopify, drop shipping stuff.
Oh, I know.
They're not even touching it. All they have to do is stay on social media all day long and promote their social accounts.
And their brand.
They have links, yeah, and promote their brand. That's it. That's all they do every day. And nothing wrong with that as long as they're out there hustling. But, you know, I mean, seriously, we got people like me that have degrees that can't even get jobs. They say these fucking jobs exist and that people are hiring, but they're not.
Yeah.
I think kids are just going to turn to making easy money no matter what, especially the younger ones.
That's not a bad thing.
No, maybe not, but in a way it kind of is. Because if you think about it, if they're so used to even working and sitting on their ass most of the time, your health depreciates if you don't get up and move around and exercise and do things.
They could still have an easy job, but they gotta exercise with it.
Yeah, I see that, but not many of them do it.
No.
There's a whole lot of these younger generation kids that just mentally they're lazy.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. But, you know, it's their choice. But it just isn't right either that you got an older person that busted their ass off to get the education and they can't even get a fucking decent paying job.
Some of them can, like I said, some of them get super lucky and become millionaires overnight.
You can become a millionaire doing some of the goofiest shit, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not even. I mean, I even pay attention to the shit because I'm like, well, you know, there is a generational gap even between me and the younger generation because I grew up on tech, but not doing the kind of tech like they're doing.
Dude, like even one kid in high school in New York, I think, or some shit. They got their mom a new house. Like,
Yeah.
no, they
I mean, that's cool shit though.
they were like a high school basketball player or whatever, and then they promoted themselves on TikTok the right way. They got lucky. They got some sponsor.
They've got the NIL. Now they get fucking cash even as a high school fucking student. They didn't have that shit back when we was kids.
And by the way, do some of these kids, are they paying income tax on this or no, since they're not 18?
They'd still have to because the parents have to claim the income.
So tax
They're dependent.
the parents at that point?
Oh yeah, the parents have to claim their taxes. Yeah. So if you have a minor who's making money, they technically can't even make money until a certain age. So if you've got a TikTok and this kid isn't even, like, I think it's 14 or 15 in the state of Michigan, but you have to be 14 or 15 in order to get a work permit. That's the earliest in the state that you can record income.
Wow.
So if they're under that age, then all of the paychecks and anything being paid out for that kid and their channel is not really even their channel. That channel has to be legally set up. So like YouTube, their YouTube account has to be set up under their parents' name,
Because
even though it's the kid doing the videos,
oh, okay.
because they can't claim income. And by law, federally, your kids are your dependents up until they get of legal age to be able to get a work permit in your current state. So any income they generate is not really theirs.
It's ours
It's
technically.
the parents,
Yeah,
because they're responsible for them.
got it.
Yep. And the parents have to claim it on their income tax. So
That makes
they,
sense.
they literally could take all their kids' money and never give them any of it.
It's fucked up, but they can.
Macaulay Culkin's dad did that to them.
Really?
Yeah. His name was Kit. Look it up. Google it.
Yeah, at least Macaulay Culkin turned out
He did
okay.
it wrong, man. He was a fuck up.
Do you have the kill? Good.
Kit.
Good. I'll
He
take
he
this.
was a fuck up dude. He was like a fucking druggy, trash, drunk all the fucking time.
Oh,
Really fucked up. Like a lot of deals for Macaulay after he became fucking, you know, a
That
big
was
thing.
easier than I expected.
He was being so like high demands and everything else. It was like dealing with a fucking diva.
We should now
So if
have
they ever
time
wanted to sign him for a movie, they had to deal with his dad being a fucking diva about everything and outlandish demands, which his name was Kit.
right.
Yeah.
No, like that's fucked up, bro.
And then his younger brother started doing shit after his fame started, because everybody wanted a piece of his younger brother too. So Kit was fucking scamming money from both of them while being a diva and a drunk. So
Oh wow.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
And he'll never get that back, of course.
cube I picked up to start.
It's gone now forever.
Here, I picked up this cube for you.
I don't know if you saw me post it or not, but I got my implants
If you
done
have
for my
to
mouth.
ask that, you probably, like all Daedric princes,
So I
is
got
much
that
to
shit
which I
all
agree, but it
fixed and
is
finished
simpler
up.
than many scholars and lore masters have. But don't worry.
Got a pretty
I
$1
have
million
no intention
smile
of
now.
joining them in their endless search through infinite halls of apocrypha. It should now be as simple as
You know that cost me 10
turn on
grand.
the 4 point.
But
Get the implants and the fixing of my teeth and everything done.
holy shit. I believe it. But is it fixed for life?
11K. I'm sorry, 11. Yes,
You do still remember why we're here.
to answer that question.
But I take it you would be able to once you're done
You need to start with the boiler.
let me see.
You have to be able to open it to check the case upstairs.
Give me a second. But your teeth are fixed for life though, right?
Yep.
That's good. You probably would have spent more money at some
Should
point.
now be as simple as using the
Oh, yeah.
key to turn on the 4 point.
Yeah, and it was good to just get it out of the way right now. It's gonna take a long time to pay off, but
That seems to have done it. Good. It took longer than I'd hoped, but at least it's finally done.
Yeah.
So, it should be a simple matter to release the book.
There's no place around here that'll fucking hire us like full time, dude.
Why? Because you're overqualified?
It's always one or another fucking thing, man. It's either you're overqualified when you're in her situation because she's got a master's degree and
Yeah.
she's used to making good money, but or in my case, because I've ran my own business for the last 3 years and haven't been active working for somebody else, they don't want to fucking hire me.
Because you don't have a work history. I know how that feels. That's still discrimination.
Well, it's not like I don't have a work history. I've owned my and run my own business for 4 fucking years, kid. You know, that's basically.
But you know what I mean. Like that's the way they see it. You don't have a work.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way they should fucking be even seeing it like that.
But
What the fuck do you think you're doing when you run your own business? There is no one else fucking working it for you.
yeah, I know.
So who in the hell is working? Me.
I know.
So you can't fucking tell me I ain't got a work history.
but the employers are gonna be like, nah.
Most work of anyone.
I know. Imagine if you go to a spot and be out doing everything.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. These fucking companies, they don't use their head. They really don't.
They see you as a convict.
You actually have to do more work, bro, when you run your own business than just working for somebody else. That's why it doesn't make sense. You gotta pull off like fucking 10 jobs when you own your own business.
Oh, I know.
Compared to, working for some other stiff
I know.
schmuck.
Schmuck. Mook.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, some East Coast shit right there. Jersey.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
every now and then.
hey, mook means stupid in Brooklyn slang. I'm
Yeah.
you heard that one.
I've heard that quite a bit.
You fucking mook.
You fucking schmuck. You're a fucking mook.
Mook.
Yeah, mook.
Even my Canadian friend Mike didn't believe me. That was a thing.
How's he doing?
He's better from his stroke, man, but he still hasn't been online yet. He's got a ways to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that he had one.
Yeah, he had one. That's why he hasn't been online for a while, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
They don't know what caused it?
Just,
Stress or what?
I think his heart stopped or something
Oh, man.
when he was asleep, and then he had a stroke. That's usually how stroke begins, your heart stopping. Right?
A stroke is actually just kind of like paralyzation, usually by blood clot. There's usually a blockage that causes that
No.
to go to the brain.
Yeah, like he got a clot for some reason. I don't know why or how, but it fucking happened.
There's no rhyme to the reason, honestly. I've been in the clinical side and also the management side, and in the clinical side, I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that happens that they have no answers for, that they still don't know what causes it.
They don't.
No, I mean a ton. There's a ton of medical shit that happens that they don't even know what still causes it.
Even to these days.
Yeah,
Wow.
you'll still get there's people that'll end up getting fucking strokes and heart attacks, bro, even though they're taking the daily low dose aspirin like you're supposed to.
Or even if they're like hella healthy and active and everything.
Yeah, most of that is with healthy people in particular, it's usually some kind of byproduct from taking medication. Because if you're generally healthy and you eat healthy and you exercise, um, and there's no like, it's a what's it called, pre-existing condition, meaning like you could have a pre-existing condition, not even know it. So you may have some blood clotting going on because of a medication that you're taking, but because you haven't had any kind of pain or issues, you have no idea that this blood clot is building up in your arteries, and it's going to be traveling throughout your body and whatnot.
You know,
And eventually, it's going to pass through the heart and lodge in the brain.
Yeah.
That's when it ends up causing a stroke, which is actually like the immobilization of all of your motor skills. And that's why, because when it affects the brain, it usually affects the area of the brain that controls your motor function.
He was in a coma, by the way, for a
Yeah,
bit.
exactly. That's what it'll cause. Yeah. Yeah. Paralysis and coma.
But is it true that some people can get a stroke, but like they don't get the coma, they just can't move or whatever?
Yes. Usually those are called TIAs,
Yeah.
trans-ischemic attack. And basically what it is it's a mini stroke. In other words, they have symptoms of a stroke, but you don't get the full-on damage of a full-blown stroke. So, like, you can have a TI or a TIA and not even know it really. Yeah, and it'll only show up when they do a CAT scan of your brain, because they'll see the bruising and the damage still in the brain, even though it's been months or years later.
Wow.
Hmm. And that's why when a lot of people don't have problems for quite a long time, and they just may not be feeling well, but they really just don't know why, and especially if they feel tired, then they need to be checked for stroke-like symptoms, or at least a history, check their, cholesterol levels and stuff like that that could be clogging the arteries, because eventually that's what it builds up from, generally.
Yeah.
Bad diet, lack of exercise, mobility with especially overweight people or older people. When the blood tends to pool up in your arteries when you sit a lot, because it's just sitting there, literally. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So if it's not flowing, then you have kind of like the platelets and stuff start sticking together. And they start bunching up. And then when they start bunching up, it causes like a plug in the system, right?
Ooh.
So that's exactly when it starts to form like a temporary plug in your system. And it's like, say, in your leg. All of a sudden you do some kind of strenuous exercise that pushes your blood volume, which dilates your arteries and veins. That is what causes the blood clot to disconnect from where it is and start traveling through the system, which eventually goes through the heart, and it'll cause a heart attack if it's big enough to plug the valve. If not, it'll float through and it'll go into the brain, and then you'll end up getting a stroke. And there are symptoms that you need to be looking for a stroke, which is called FAST. That's the acronym for it. FAST.
Eh.
And of course, if you got a higher fatty content in your diet and a bunch of junk food, those kinds of things, you're going to be higher risk for stroke, because, that's building up in your fucking arteries and shit.
Yeah, Mike was not exactly healthy. He ate all sorts of fucking junk food.
Well, that's why. No offense, but that's why it
Yeah.
ended up happening. And he probably had a lot of couple of years or more of not being too active either.
No, he
Because
just,
that tends to run hand in hand a little bit.
yeah. That's why it's good to have a job that keeps you active.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you can walk quite a bit in your job, the better. Because it's constantly going to be pumping your blood and everything else every single day. The only time you're relaxing is after work at home and maybe on the weekend.
Yeah.
And so since you're staying active at least 80% of your life, you know what I mean? It works in your favor. But when you start living a sedentary lifestyle and bad, you know, I've gotten wrapped up into this shit, man. And I'm not usually that kind of guy. But for the last few years, I've had a sedentary lifestyle and not the best choices as far as what to eat. So I am very worried about me because I've got some spots in my legs and shit that actually have like pain in them, and it's the same area. It doesn't go away.
Well
And so I'm
done,
even
my
self-diagnosing myself as kind of like
Your
having a deep
journey
vein
was
thrombosis,
not
which is known as DVT. You'll see commercials about this.
Oof.
The DVT, that's what it stands for, deep vein thrombosis. And basically that just means that you're developing a fucking blood clot deep in your veins. And usually in the legs. And I have one in particular in my left thigh that is very troublesome. Like it worries me a lot. That there's
Your
actually something there and that it's, you know, it's bad news.
My
Mhm.
in
So
has
I'm kind of skittish about trying to be, you know, getting back to being super active. You know, I bought like this home punching system, which is really fucking cool. It's like a home boxing thing.
Yeah.
Put it up in any doorway, and it'll help count the punches and everything on the free app and all of that. And you can keep track of all your progress. There's a ton of YouTube videos that they produce that you can do different, like boxing workouts and shit with this thing. And as soon as you're done with it, you just put it away. It's fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. It's called Quiet Punch. You should look it up. Because I actually bought one and I have it, and it's worth every dollar. It is. Especially if you don't have like a lot of opportunity to be active,
to
like
use
more
your
than just
power
walking,
as
like getting your heart rate up.
to bend
You know what I mean?
the world
Yeah.
to your will.
Yeah. That's how you're gonna prevent what happened to your buddy there, Mike.
Here then,
I jog around the block.
okay.
That gets
Yeah.
my heart rate. Yeah.
You did not
I haven't been doing it as of late. That's because I've been sleepy and I'm recovering from my
The
eye
second
infection.
word
So
of power
Well, make sure you still,
is
you know,
to
take time to
bend
do
the
things like that,
wills
though,
of mortals.
because you're gonna want to stay active as you start getting older.
yeah, I know.
And I mean, you're not 40, you're not 50.
Is not enough.
But
You
still,
want to wait until you're 40 or 50, though. That's the point.
yeah.
Of power.
You have to stay active
Without
from your 30s
You cannot
in order to have a good shot
surpass
at being, you know, older age and still in good health, still being active. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rewarded.
It's easier to maintain a level of activity, man, from a younger age than it is to just piss away quite a few years and then say, okay, I'm 45 or 50 and I'm going to get back to being active. I mean, you don't really want to be doing that. And most people fall in that category
Huh.
because it's in their 40s and such that they start slowing down and they start adding weight. They're not as active. They've had kids, all sorts of shit, so they're no longer playing basketball with their friends and all that shit like they used to do when they were younger.
They should.
Run or walk, whatever. Yeah, but they don't. I mean, life kind of takes over, man. That's why I've told you in the past. Like when you talked about, getting with ladies and this and that and the other thing. I'm like, hey, dude, when you start locking down with the chick, it's going to all change and be different for you, though. There is things that just change in life because
the scars
that's
seeming
just the way it
to
goes.
me.
Especially as you get older, shit changes. You either have kids or you don't. Even if you don't have kids, as you get older, your career takes over. You drift away from your friends because your friends end up getting with women, having kids, getting married, and all that shit, and that comes along with that kind of lifestyle. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Eventually, your life changes whether you want it to or you don't.
Yeah.
Because your friends' lives change, it's going to change your life.
People have very different experiences when reading these books.
Yeah.
You're still acting surprisingly sane, too.
Hopefully it's your life that changes. Hopefully you find some girl one of these days and things will change. But I do feel like you're going to have to bump into her.
Sounds like a bargain to me.
I don't think this is something that you're going to find online because I really, there's probably 5% or less of people that meet online that actually work out. And that it's, an actually good fit relationship. That's just fact.
Yeah.
So hopefully, and don't go to a bar.
Oh, hell no.
Whatever you do.
Hell no. I'm good.
The absolute worst.
I'm good, brother. I will never do that.
What about becoming active with, I don't know. I don't know. Because you don't do, sports or anything, so you can't,
I lift weights and stuff, but...
Well, what about the gym? What about meeting some chick at the gym?
That could be hella sus. Yeah.
Well, yeah, anything is suspect, dude, to be honest. You can meet somebody at a Walmart or any store for that matter, and they be suspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's all fucking random.
That one gal in Nevada though, she had an eye on me. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to mute the mic. I had to go to the bathroom.
It's fine. No.
So where'd you meet this girl at?
I was just at the checkout line, just buying some water, and
Oh, she was a cashier.
yeah, she was quite cute.
I heard from Dira how you went in search of Baldur. That was very brave. And in fact, that's just the kind of courage. Quite right. Quite right. As a scholar of history,
So do you actually get
I've come to know those ruins so well.
promotion opportunities there at Amazon?
There is, but you gotta do extra stuff and all that.
An old tomb, I
It depends on the building you work at.
accompanied one of the Red Mountains eruptions. I'd love to have a closer look. Those old ruins can be dangerous. And I know it. I'll be heading back there soon. If you're interested, meet me at the ruins.
So
and
what
we'll see
building
we can
do you
find.
work at?
Now I'm off back to the expedition.
I work at a delivery hub.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So do you get all the products in from the people that do the FBA stuff and then you distribute them as they're ordered or what?
I just scan the packages to the bags, man. It's easy.
That is intense.
It is easy work, my man. Except the dock team is racist to white people.
Well, that's not good. What are they, Mexican or black?
Mostly Mexican and Asian. in Middle
Makes
Eastern.
sense, California.
And now he comes again.
They're racist towards one of my coworkers. He's like, "Yeah, they're talking shit on you, Sam." I'm like, "What? What did I do?"
I think I heard you told me something about this.
And
I think
well, I got specific details this time, man. I was like, "Oh, okay."
was this like a while ago?
No, this is
No.
it's been. I mean, yeah, people said stuff behind my back, but I don't worry about it.
So it falls to
Well, you
me
can't worry
to
about
watch
every
the
motherfucker that's gonna say something.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I don't even care about it.
Well, you're mature about it. That's all.
Yeah,
the land is still out of balance.
but if they want to step to
Another
me,
farm
that's
restored
fine.
may be enough.
You know what sounds really
It will
good?
have to be.
What? Chicken?
Chili.
Yes. The skull
Nah,
also
some
tell
chili.
of the day when we must fight.
I don't know why.
I got some chili in the can, man.
When Hermann
I do too.
Some denizens, nigga.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
You never heard denizens? Oh man, how about
No, because around here we got Hormel.
we have that one too? But I'll show you what. I'll take a fucking photo of what I got.
If I am wrong, give me the book.
Is this like a local kind of company?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's a West Coast one.
That's what I mean. Like local or something. I'm gonna have this chili. She made some homemade chili a couple days ago, and there's only enough in here for like one
You must
person.
not do this. That
So I'm
book
gonna
is
eat it.
wrong, evil,
Just not right this
against
minute.
everything you have taught me my whole life.
I must, Frey. It is the only way to free Solstheim forever.
So what games have you been playing?
Just Skyrim, man.
When everything
That's it. And Quake 2 Remastered. I have it on my Steam Deck.
do not fear
Nice.
for me, my daughter.
I could buy it for my PS5, but I want to be able to use the cheat codes, my man.
As always.
I am ready for whatever the foul master of this book has in store for me.
The skull yield up their secrets to me.
Father! No, stop!
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm doing the whole Shopify thing and everything. So you don't have any idea whatsoever about the FBA program?
No.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
something!
I was just hoping you might have known something about it because I keep checking into it because I think it's going to be a good move for us. But I had to wait until we could get production costs down, like way down. And I actually got that fucking accomplished. We're going from each piece costing us $16.50 to around $9.95. So we're going to be able to save a whole lot of money while still keeping the price at a reasonable price. Right now, I was making about $18.50 per case.
Ooh.
That's why I told you this shit's about to pop off, dude.
Father! What have you done?
Because I've been doubling every time I've ordered so far.
Go.
That's
My father sacrificed
3 orders
himself
in
so
a row. That is doubled. It went from 50 to 100 to 200 now. And the crazy thing is, these guys come in on this investment. You're talking about jumping from
destroy Mira
200
and lift
cases
his master's shadow from
to
the land.
1,200.
Go then. Kill Mirak. Do not fail.
That's a huge difference.
It is.
But can you imagine with the cost dropping down to $10 a case, like what the profit's gonna be like? I can just put that fucking shit on Amazon and let it sell through the FBA program automatically like 24 hours a day.
Oh, hell yeah, you can.
I know Amazon takes a lot though. They do take a lot in fees and stuff
Yeah.
when your shit sells. That's the only drawback. But that's why I said I had to wait till we could get the fucking price down, our cost.
Right.
Because, you know, if they're going to take that kind of a chunk, we still have to make it worth our while. And that wasn't happening at the current 1650 price point.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
I hate to say it, but this is kind of like one of those products that you kind of have to make what you're going to make out of it when you sell it, because it's not like selling food. If you sell food like at a grocery store, right? Everybody needs it.
Right.
Everybody's always going to need it.
Right.
This stuff, you buy it once. You pretty much don't need anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll sell multiple cases to guys though. So my order size per customer is pretty good.
Right.
I've had guys order as high as 150 pieces.
Dang!
Yeah, dude, he ended up becoming one of my investors. He's one of them that's putting money into it. He said instead of sending him the 150 cases for the $4,500 that he was placing his order for, he said, I'll send you an additional 5,000 and change so that you have an even 10,000 of my money, and I want you to expand the business, and I'll take my cases later. That's what he said.
Huh.
He runs a transport shuttle company out of Florida. He picks up people kind of like Uber almost, but it was like a legitimate transport company before Uber became a thing. So he still shuttles people back and forth from the local airport to local hotels, and he's got a lot of like repeat customers. So like a lot of the snowbirds that come down from different states down to Florida, he goes and picks them up and takes them back every year. And he's got like thousands of customers that are like that.
That's good.
Yeah, he just had an offer for his business. He told me he could sell for $300,000 right now if he wanted, because somebody offered him $300,000.
Is he the only one running it?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, he's the only one that owns it, but he's got people working for him, of course.
Oh, okay. I thought he did all the drivers. Like, god damn.
No, not anymore. Thank God. Well, he tells me the story. I mean, he's been in this business for over like 20-some years, maybe 30 years.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So he's been able to get off of the road and not do the shit himself. He's hired people, you know, to do the shuttling and stuff like that, where he's just basically in the office.
Just chilling.
And while he's doing paperwork and, of course, scheduling stuff and all that. But no, he doesn't have to do the, you know, the hard part of
anymore. Yeah.
He does cover for people, though, if he has to. He did tell me that. So, like, if one of his guys need an emergency day off or something like that, they got to show proof, of course, but he'll do the running on those days.
Oh, that's cool of him.
Yeah, but he's like my dad's age. He's like 65, I think.
Oh, wow.
And my dad's 67. And this guy's been into collecting wax for a long time. And when I say wax, I mean wax packed boxes. So back in the day, before like the year 2000, literally all the baseball cards came sold in wax packs, and those wax packs came in 36 pack boxes,
Yeah.
and they were known as wax boxes. And that, that's in reference to 36 full packs in the box. Okay, so anyways, he got into buying cases of these boxes. So when Topps and all the rest of the companies used to make these back in the day, they would sell them by the case to like bigger companies and stuff, like your Toys R Us or somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, a case had so many full boxes, wax boxes in it. So that's referenced as a wax case. All right, just so you know the terminology.
Right.
But anyway, he buys a shit ton of these so he can resell later. He just squats on them for a little while. Whenever he knows he's getting a good deal and somebody's just looking to unload on some shit and get some cash, he's the one buying it. So he has all these fucking wax boxes that he's bought over the years, and that's why he needed 150 fucking cases from me. And with what he has, he was going to need another 150 down the road. He already told me that. So when we were in discussions about it, he was like, have you ever considered, partnering with anyone or taking, an investment? And I said, well, yeah, I mean, I've talked to people, but I haven't really done much of anything, with it. And I just kept talking to him, and his personality seemed to flow with, like, the type of person that I would need as an investor. He's, like, super chill. So, like, he's come through on everything he's always said. He wired the $4,500 in the first place. He's now sending 2 cashier's checks for the balance of the money, and already sent them out on Saturday. And we don't even have a legal contract.
Oh wow, he's already investing.
Yeah, we have an email. That's all we have. We have an email for an agreement. And I'm a man of my word. So if I tell you I'm willing to take your 10 grand as an investment, and this is what I'll give you in return, that's what's going to happen. And in an email, that's still a legal document, by the way. That can be used in court. But I have a legal document that I paid over $800 for a lawyer to draw up for me, for investors. So I was asking him if he wanted that. Like, do you want to sign that contract? Because I can edit the contract. There's certain, like, parts that are open to put in, other people's names, businesses, and, different things. Because when you deal from one investor to the next, I'm not going to pay another $800 to have a new, fresh agreement made,
Yeah.
So, but anyways, he said no, that wasn't even necessary for him. He said, just shoot me an email that states, what our agreement is going to be and what we plan on doing, and that's good enough for me. He says, I trust you. He says, you've, been in sports business for a while now, and you built a good name. He says, I don't worry about you. And so, here we are. And it's only going to get better. Because he was sitting there talking about, he contemplated selling the business, and he got the offers, and, all these things, where basically he would retire and basically wouldn't do anything except for sports cards.
Yeah.
So he would buy, he would buy and flip still the cases and boxes like he normally does. But he's got this investment with me for the cases now, and he basically wouldn't, maybe not put all 300,000 into it, but he was already fucking talking like he was going to use a lot of that money to invest into this case business, to expand it.
Right.
Dude, if we expand this and we do this right, I'm not even gonna tell you the crazy fucking thing that fucking happened today. I have a chance of fucking getting a partnership with, the company Panini?
Yeah, I fucking know Panini.
Yeah, bro. I know the senior vice president of operations. I've known him on my Facebook now for a few years. We've been friends and never had to utilize or pull the string. And I just sent him an email, or not an email, but a message on Facebook, and I was like, because that's where I talk to him, is mainly on Facebook. And I didn't know he was on vacation. I felt like a dick. But yeah, I messaged him mainly because the word came out today that the National Football League Players Association ended their licensing deal with Panini just abruptly for no fucking apparent reason. But last week, Panini filed a lawsuit against Fanatics because they claimed that Fanatics is basically buying and making a monopoly out of the sports memorabilia slash sports card industry. And they're not wrong. But the thing is, the shit that happened today actually added more weight to that accusation. The National Football League Players Association dropping off away from Panini in wanting to sign with Fanatics 3 years early. There's
Some insider trading going on.
Yeah, there's some funky shit going on somewhere. And I find it just really odd that this shit is coming about like a week after these lawsuits were filed. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. You guys are like making this too obvious.
Right.
But, there might be a silver lining. I mean, it's not gonna like replace that for Panini. But I was trying to push this guy to carry my products, the cases. Now, see, here's the idea, right? I need to run this by you because I think you have some good ideas, or at least your reasoning is pretty good.
Okay.
You don't have to know shit about business, but you personally just tell me what option would you go with. All right, so first case scenario is I signed the deal with them. They are the only ones that are allowed to sell the cases.
Okay, I'm pausing
And,
again
and
here.
they,
Yeah.
okay,
They sell the cases. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. So the reason why I want to make the licensing agreement with Panini in the first place is because we we plan on doing a lot of modern sized boxes to protect a lot of Panini's product, especially the basketball and football product is like through the roof. And with breakers, the way that they've been buying and just breaking everything that they can the last few years, these wax boxes that still remain on the market need to be protected
Right.
because they're going to go sky high in price. So, along with the older product that Panini owns the rights to also, because Panini owns the rights to Donruss and Leaf as well. And Donruss and Leaf both were pretty big players in the sports card business during the 80s and 90s. So a lot of their product back from the 80s and 90s, which technically falls into the junk wax era, where my cases are very popular. I'm offering to do this with them to where we handle all the transaction, meaning we will order all the product that they want. The only thing I ask them that they have to do is pay for the product at wholesale price, which means direct pricing actually, like how much it cost us.
Right.
So I'm going to offer it to them, adding $2.50 per case to the cost, and then let them retail them on their website. Because here's the deal: I have an exclusive in all of North America for these cases. No one can sell these cases in North America but me, unless I give permission. So here's where it comes in. I'm going to give them permission to carry the Fortress brand cases that will have Panini, Donruss, Leaf logos on them. And then they'll be able to sell them directly from the Panini website and keep all the profit.
Ooh, yes.
Because licensing deals generally work with you financing the entire part of the product, and then the business themselves that you're doing the licensing deal with, they get a royalty, which is basically a certain percentage or a certain figure off each case. That is their royalty. But I'm basically flipping it. If you can tell what I'm trying to do here.
Right.
I don't have the money to produce all the cases they will need. So I need their money to bankroll it. And so that's why I'm keeping the cost extremely cheap for them, but I'm doing all the work for them. All they have to do is tell me how many cases they want, of what size, this, that, and the other thing. I order it, I have it manufactured, they send me the check, I pay for it, I keep the commission, which is the $2.5 off each case, and then I ship them to them for only $12.50 at their cost. They're ready to sell, and they just sell them off their website. Whenever they need refill, they get a hold of me and we reorder. Same thing happens. Dude, if they only placed an order for fucking 20,000 cases, I would be able to bank 50 grand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. This is huge. This is gonna be big. Especially if I land that. And the thing is, now that they've lost this licensing from the National Football Players Association, they're gonna need something to recoup that revenue. That they're
Right.
gonna lose. Because the product that's out there for sports cards, if it doesn't have the logos and shit on the cards, they don't sell for as high a price as the shit that is fully licensed. So now it's gonna hurt fucking Panini a lot by losing that licensing. So I have a few ideas up my sleeve too. If he really wants to hear them, I'll be willing to give him my ideas as to how they can expand even their business and make more money, because it is available to them right now and they're just not doing it. I'm not saying that they don't have plans for it, because they might, but they don't currently.
Right.
So if I can help out, I will. If not, I just still want the agreement. That's the way I look at it. I basically can't let this deal get away.
No. What's the option
And-
two?
Well, option 2 would be that I just build up from here, even with the investors, and then I have to approach Panini as me bankrolling everything, sell them with their permission under a licensing agreement, and I pay them a royalty. And then, of course, that's going to be the harder of the options, because that takes all of my money up front to buy the product versus them buying the product. But it allows for me to make a much higher return on the profit. So, for instance, I would sign a licensing deal with them to where I pay them the 2.5 per case, and I get to keep the rest of the fucking profit. So if our cost is $9.95 per case, and I owe them for a royalty 2.5 added on, we'll say even upwards of $5. So my total cost into each case would be $15. So if I sold those cases, officially licensed cases, for $40 instead of my standard 35, I'd be recouping the 5 that I'm giving them for a royalty due to the upcharge, the $5 upcharge. And I would still make, what, 20 or, yeah, 20. I would make $20 profit per case.
Dude, not
So,
bad.
I mean, I make a whole lot more going that route, but it's also a lot more impossible for me to make that happen. It's going to take a lot more time. Because obviously I'm going to have to build from this first investment by these guys and just keep flipping it back in to grow it until I have enough that I can have like 50 grand to make their first 20,000 cases and then sell them to them at the 12, no wait, no. That would be me manufacturing all the cases at my cost. And I, of course, have to factor in their royalty. So it's still quite a bit of fucking money out of my pocket, though, because if they ordered 20,000 cases, I'd still have to come up with the $10 per case to have them manufactured, plus shipping, which is going to be a killer, too. The shipping is always a killer. I have like 200 cases sent to me. So that's like 20 boxes. And that costs about $600 in shipping.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine what 120 cases would be.
Dude, you make hella bank.
Yeah.
I would say option 1, just to be safe.
Yeah, option 1, I make a lot less money.
But
But it's also a lot less
risky
responsibility on
and
me.
risk,
Yeah.
too. Play it safe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, option 2 is a gamble, but yeah.
Option 2 is a huge gamble.
It is.
Because if they don't sell, I mean, I'm still eating it. Well, maybe not eating it, because even if I offered them at the same cost as the ones that I already offer, I could unload them and get rid of them. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want an officially licensed one with shit etched on it? Which is another thing, by the way. I was going to have the Donruss and Leaf logos and things kind of like frosted onto the case. That's part of the licensing agreement.
Yeah. Anyways, man, it's at least, I'm happy to hear that you're on the way.
Well, I hope so. We'll see where it goes. But I mean, this is going to be my main focus, is making money.
Right.
It's rough. Especially in this economy when people aren't really spending a lot of money at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of figured that you were leading into that a second ago.
Because I need to get some sleep.